So, what if a computer could actually understand style? I don't just mean tracking what you bought last week. I mean understanding the aesthetic, the shape, the actual vibe of what you love. Today, we're going to dive into some really fascinating research that's teaching AI to see fashion not just as a bunch of data points, but as its own unique visual language. You know the feeling, right? You're on the hunt for, say, a new pair of sunglasses. You start scrolling, and you keep scrolling, and you keep scrolling. Pretty soon, you're hit with this absolute tidal wave of options, and everything just starts to blur together. It's a super common and honestly a deeply frustrating experience. And this isn't just you. This is a massive problem for online stores. Get this, a staggering 74% of customers have straight up abandoned their online shopping cart just because they were overwhelmed by too many choices. That's almost 3 out of every 4 people just giving up and walking away. Yeah, there's actually a name for this, analysis paralysis. It's that feeling of being so overloaded with information that your brain just short circuits and you can't make a decision at all. The fashion world is a perfect example of this, and brands are finally realizing how much it's costing them. Okay, so let's frame the challenge here. Big luxury brands, they're already using AI for all sorts of things, like predicting trends or managing their supply chains. But this very specific problem, helping people discover products they'll actually love, is this massive, untapped opportunity. And when I say massive, I am not kidding. According to the Business of Fashion and McKinsey, just solving these kinds of issues with generative AI could add up to $275 billion to the profits of the fashion industry. That's billion with a B. So here's the takeaway. Figuring out how to help you find what you love isn't just nice customer service, it's a $250 billion idea. And that brings us to the really cool part of the research we're looking at today. The mission here isn't about crunching sales numbers. No, it's about teaching a machine to do something that feels fundamentally human, to actually see and understand aesthetics. So this is the central question they're asking. Can we build an AI that gets visual style so well that it makes shopping way easier for you, while also giving brands these incredible insights into their own products and, their competitors? It's a total win-win. Now, to tackle a question that big, you've got to get specific, right? So the researchers focused on the luxury eyewear market. They analyzed 763 product images from 6 huge iconic brands. This gave them the perfect test case because it's a product category with really distinct visual styles. So how in the world did they do it? How do you take a JPEG of sunglasses and turn it into a map of style? Well, let's pop the hood and look inside the engine. The whole thing is broken down into 5 pretty clear steps. First, they get the images. Then they clean them up and prepare them. Then comes the feature extraction, pulling out the important visual info. After that, they use AI to cluster them, which is just a fancy way of saying it groups similar items together. And finally, they visualize the results to see what the AI found. It's a really logical pipeline from a raw image to a powerful insight. Okay, that feature extraction step, number 3, that's where the real magic happens. They tested 2 different methods. The old way is something called handcrafted features. It's like telling a computer exactly what to look for. Measure the lens color, measure the frame thickness. But the new way, using a vision transformer, or VITE, well, that's a game changer. It's a deep learning model that just looks at thousands of images and teaches itself what visual details actually matter. It's not following rules, it's discovering them. It basically develops its own intuition for what makes something stylish. All right, so let's get to the good part, the results. After this vision transformer did its thing, analyzing all those images and clustering them together, what did the final map of eyewear style actually look like? This is really the moment of truth. Did the AI just create a random mess of images, or did it find meaningful patterns that a real human stylist would actually recognize? And the answer is a huge, resounding yes. The AI learned what the researchers call a meaningful similarity space. In plain English, that means it worked. It figured out the core elements of eyewear style all by itself. It started grouping glasses based on real-world aesthetic traits. And this is just brilliant. You can see exactly how it worked. The AI made logical groups based on things like lens shape, round, oval, cat eye, and frame thickness and color. For example, it took all of Bottega Veneta's narrow frame models and put them together in one distinct cluster. And even more impressive, it identified the single most stylistically unique design in the entire YSL collection and put it in a cluster all by itself. So it's not just grouping things that are similar, it's spotting the true originals. Okay, this is amazing from a tech standpoint, but let's get down to it. What does it actually mean for us, the people shopping, and for the brands we buy from? What's the real-world impact? While the impact is huge and it touches pretty much everyone, for us, the consumers, it means we can finally search by visual style, not just keywords. It cuts down on that frustration and gives us personalization that actually gets our taste. For the brands, merchandisers, it's like a strategic map. They can see exactly where their collection has gaps or overlaps, and they can even justify a premium price for a design the AI has flagged as truly unique. And for marketers, it's a goldmine. They can recommend similar items, find lookalikes when something is out of stock. The possibilities are endless. This research, even though it was just on luxury eyewear, is really just the beginning. It's proof that this concept works, it's scalable, and we can understand what it's doing. So where does this kind of technology go from here? The next steps are pretty clear. First, you expand this to more products, think handbags, shoes, clothes, to see if the AI can learn those style languages too. Then you build an interactive dashboard so brand teams can literally explore the style map in real time. And maybe the most exciting idea? Create universal style tags, an aesthetic language that could work across all brands, helping you find that perfect cat eye frame no matter who makes it. And that leads us to a final, pretty fascinating thought. If an AI can map the entire world of fashion, how long until it can map the most important style of all? Yours. Imagine an AI that doesn't just help you find a product, but actually helps you discover and define your own unique aesthetic. Now that is a future of shopping that feels a lot less like paralysis and a whole lot more like personality.